Anything else for our student athletes?
Cody, for you and other guys that are coming back, how does this not help as you try to replace the seniors, but knowing that the 4 or 5 of you that do have a lot of playing experience this year have coming into next year?
You know, you can't really replace the seniors. These are our 2 captains, and they're going to go. It's going to be a completely different year next year. But the only thing harder than winning this thing tonight is winning it again next year. That's the attitude we got to go in with all year.
Being from Chicago, how excited are you guys to meet Obama next year at the White House? I congratulate you.
Definitely excited for that.
Perks haven't set in yet. We're still need to go to the training room.
Anything else for the student athletes? Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Davis?
Is he really that laid back?
Yeah, I think Cody's very laid back, and I think I'm not a very exciting guy, very laid back, so I think it kind of trickles down to the team a little bit, especially in times like tonight or big matches. And I'm kind of the calm within the storm, so I think it kind of trickles down to those guys, and they play kind of the way my emotions a little bit.
So for all that we've talked about this, I mean, and on and on, you finally did it.
Yeah.
You know, not the program, not the school, you personally. How do you feel?
Feel wonderful. It's a couple years ago, I think I questioned whether or not I wanted to continue coaching, if I was any good at it, if I was great at it. And last year was kind of a big year for me professionally in terms of 10 years coaching. It's time to get the program to the next level. And if it if I didn't get it there last year, then I need to kind of question a little bit on maybe some things that I'm doing or the way I'm approaching things. And then we made it, and then like, okay, all right, it's okay, I'm enjoying this a little bit. And then this year it was just a little bit, I think, less pressure put on myself, and I think I had a little bit more of a life balance, I think, that helped me out as well this year. And I think I just kind of tweaked a few things, but this year was, obviously winning helps, but approached a few things a little bit different, but felt pretty good. Felt great.
Shane, you talked yesterday to I don't know which day it was,
He's in track.
but taking the job and telling them that you're going to stay for 1 year.
Yeah.
What changed your mind?
I absolutely enjoyed going into the gym every single day at that time. I was only 23 when I took over the program. And it was great going to the gym, and I'm 23 and there's my buddies in there and kind of running practices and figuring out all the administrative stuff. And then at the end of the year, I think we were okay. We finished maybe 3rd or 4th in conference, I think. And it's like, hey, this is pretty cool, but I can't necessarily pay the bills on the stipend. So I was about ready to leave, look for something else. And then they came up. John Planick at the time was AD and offered me the full-time job with Loyola. And I said, sure, why not? I'll give it a shot and let's go for it. And had a pretty successful year, my 2nd and 3rd year, and then build off of that.
So you were considered actually interim for the kind of first year, and you didn't have a full-time contract. You didn't pay kind of.
Yeah,
I didn't
have a contract or anything like that. It was a stipend, and this is what it is. And worked 2 other jobs and started drinking a lot of coffee, figuring it out. That's when I got and picked up that one.
The next year, you only worked this job.
Yeah, only worked this job. Yeah.
How have you been selling this school and this program to these potential recruits?
Loyola is a great academic school. Chicago is at our doorstep. You're on the lake. And I talked earlier about the West Coast kids, bringing them in September when it's 75 and sunny, and say it's 75 and sunny every day. But I think I'm a small town guy from Iowa, and I'm huge on character values in a way. Personal responsibility. I think that goes a long way with not only the parents, but the kids too. I think the first couple of years was a real struggle. Parents didn't necessarily want to send their kids to a university where a 23, 24-year-old is ahead of the program. But I kind of gained some respect pretty quickly, but I felt pretty good about talking to people in their homes and regarding that sort of stuff.
Can you talk about this first set, especially winning so comfortably without setting Jaskin Pappy at all? And then maybe did you de-emphasize a little bit on him on offense and change up a little bit?
Well, we weren't for sure what Stanford was going to come out to do, what matchup they wanted. So we just kind of rolled the dice, went into a comfortable starting lineup that we normally do in terms of rotation-wise. And, you know, we went at, Cody's really good early on. And so we kind of went at him early, and he was having really good success against Mahalski. And, you know, Mahalski didn't really have an answer for him, so, you know, why change anything? So we just kind of went heavy at Cody, and, you know, utilized Thomas a little bit after set one. But, yeah, we set him one time, I think, in set one, and that was it, yeah. So we just kind of went heavy with the good matchups that we were having success with. And the guys were passing nails, keeping us in the system, and everything was going our way, even the tips and rolls and the battles up the net. So it was a good feeling, good momentum going into that second set.
Coach, between the second game, and third game, what was your adjustment, and what did you tell the players at that point in time?
Yeah, after the second set, I mean, they started heated up on their serving, and got us a couple times down the line, and a couple of easy rollers, and short on our wing passers, and you know, it was that piece, and we just weren't scoring any points on our side. We were serving a little bit easier than normal, so we just went into set three and said, hey, just keep grinding out what we're doing. Those aces aren't going to come again, like what they had. We're going to score a little bit better and pick up our serving. I mean, it's not higher level thinking or anything. It was just minor little adjustments for us to do, and they're fine, and they're really good as far as moving on to the next play, next set, and their heads were in a great spot to start that third set.
Coach, looking at your serving from this game compared to the semifinals, you know, was there anything you did differently, or was it just a matter of your players settling down?
Basically told them to hit it harder. You know, it was set against Penn State. It was, I think, so many jitters, big crowd, semifinal match with a higher seed. Maybe we're expected to win pretty easily the way people were talking, and I think all of a sudden there's so much pressure. Oh, we gotta win, or we gotta win this match on this point. And you know, as soon as you start getting uptight, your passing's going to go. It's going to all over. Your serving's going to be a little bit tentative, and I think just, you know, it's kind of a weird warm-up too with that second match of the semifinals. You're over in another gym waiting for when this match is going to end, and you don't get the necessary same warm-up. So it was just a little bit, you know, just today was a normal day. Today was a normal day, serve and pass in the morning. Guys are ripping serves, and it was just more of a routine today for us.
Can you just go back to the story you told yesterday? You said there was a person who was going to get the job you weren't pleased with, and did you then go to Loyola and said, would you consider me, or how did that occur?
Yeah, it's not that I wasn't necessarily pleased with it. I felt I'm not going to name any names, but I just felt like it wasn't maybe I didn't have the confidence of this person necessarily taking the program in the direction that I felt that it should go. And so I just went in for a second chance and say, hey, maybe I'm a little bit more interested before. What do you think? And we just started talking a little bit more about that, and a little bit of negotiation on the side.
They had interviewed you before for it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
How well did your team play tonight, in your opinion, compared to any other match this season?
I feel like it was. I'm not shocked that we played this well at all. It's not like we played out of our minds. I mean, we put up numbers like this. We've come up out of the first sets like this against great teams and hit numbers like this. But I was most pleased about just the consistency that we were able to do it at. You know, Stanford's known for their great serving, and I think they missed a few in that first set that kind of kept us rolling. But I thought our service receive did a great job of just kind of a refocus this morning and coming out and keeping us in the system. But those guys, as a whole, I think in all parts of the game, I think this is definitely one of our better matches of the year, and that's what you want at the end of the season.
Go ahead.
What did you tell the team when Stanford started to make a run in these second set?
I think after the second timeout, we came in, we had nothing to lose. I got no timeouts to try to get some momentum going into that set three. I said, if you feel good, you want to rip it, go ahead and rip it. You feel good on a commit, you think you got them, go for it. We need some sort of momentum plays. And that's all it was. And, you know, we got a couple point runs at the end, which were only point runs basically that set two. So it was good, made a little run at the end, got some great momentum going into set three. And, you know, at the kind of in, 30 seconds before starting that third set, Cody brings him in and said, hey, it's not like we just lost that set to so-and-so. Like, let's rebound here. They're a great team, and we got to bounce back here and take care of it. So